feasible, then we can go from there.
Councilman, you have any other questions?
We're just one, on your terms of service, we can only do it year at a time, and you'd have to rewrite a statement, you can't do it for 5 years and then renew it, so it would have to be renewable each year, you know, at each one of our, convenience, whether we want it, you know, to drop you, or you want to get rid of it, that type of thing legally, that's what the lawyers would be looking at.
Absolutely. I mean, we have a contract with the FAA. I mean, like a 5-year, 10-year contract. We have contract with city government. Some of them are 2 years. Some of them are 5 years. Yeah, the different cities have different way of getting their contract as far as the duration. Stanley will work with you.
Councilman Whipple, I'm sorry, Charles. Whipple, no, this. Councilman Wynn.
Yeah, we'll look over and see what we come up with.
Okay. Any other, information you'd like to offer? Thank you so much. We'll look over that. Thank you. And we'll get our attorney to, look at it, give us his feedback. All right, next we're moving on. We know that we've accepted the letter of, planning and zoning, for Miss April Smith. So does anybody have anyone they want to offer for that position? You all get with someone and just let me know. I consider we have that position available, so.
There's just one open right now, that's all we have, I know she resigned, but I didn't know if it was, opening already, just
And
one
have you
position.
received a letter, in the office from anyone else? Okay. So in the event, if we do, we'll just have to, probably by that time, maybe if there's another, we can always, bring those 2 names, so you all, I'm open for you to come up with some names.
Okay.
I have one I'd like to present, but I've not spoken with that individual. So I just like to let you all know that. All right, I don't have anything else. All right, we'll move right along to the committee reports. We have Main Street Gordon.
Yes, ma'am. Mayor, council, by the end of the month, we'll have our street banners ready to put up. AMT is working on finishing those up. We do have 4 of the street light posts that's been damaged by like log trucks or whatever, with pole supports the banner. And we're gonna have to order some brackets to repair those right there. We should have the banners up by the end of this month, okay? They're very pretty, they're gonna be a dark green color. August the 12th, we're gonna have a dinner at the Gordon Depot from 5 o'clock to 7:30 in support of our police department and our sheriff's department.
5 o'clock to what time?
7:30. And we would certainly like the city council, the mayor to be there. We're gonna have tickets for dinner. We're gonna be sure y'all all have tickets to be there in support of our law enforcement.
Is that law enforcement week, or we just honoring them?
We're honoring our law enforcement in support. And we're gonna also invite the Ivy Police Department, since they back up our police department, and they're part of our community too, and the sheriff's department.
So do ours go over and do the same for them too?
Ma'am?
Does ours go over and do the same for them?
Yes,
too?
ours do the same. We back them up, they back us up. We thought it'd be a great time to do it, so August the 12th, it's on a Friday. And do try to be there, we'll get you some information out before then. One other thing, the stage at Martin Luther King Park has been damaged out there. I don't know whether it was vandalism, or I don't know whether it was a storm we had out there, but all the underpinning
Storm damage.
is just about torn off. And we're gonna have to get that repaired for the Fall Line Festival. We're working to make this year's Fall Line Festival the best ever. And so we're gonna certainly need to get that repaired.
Y'all got that in your budget, right?
I don't know if we got that in our budget or not, so that we weren't expecting to have to, repair the stage out there. So that's not in our budget on that. I would like to get somebody to go out there and look at it, maybe George, what you think about it, maybe get a couple of estimates just to see what it takes to get it back. Because not only for our event, but any other event we're going to have
Well,
out
what
there
about
on the
this?
stage.
Let me ask you, I know you're here,
Yeah.
Mr. Councilman Wynn, you'll get, I I guess he knows a little bit about it too, but maybe he's, public service superintendent.
Yeah, absolutely, Mr. Lawrence. Mr. Lawrence and George was out there for the stage with them. I know those items put together what we need to do too. And, I just want to make note of one other thing. Our historical director, Roy Nixon, submitted 4 stories to the Georgia Magazine about Wilkinson County, historical events in Wilkinson County. And all 4 of those stories have been published in the current magazine, Georgia Magazine. The only ones we know of are at Maybach up there. So if you get them, get a chance to read it, read a little history about Wilkinson County. And Miss Barbara, we are going to get over to Lee Park this week, do that triangle over there. I mean, Mr. O'Reilly, we are headed over to Lee Park with that triangle this week. But Mayor, that's all I have, unless y'all have any questions.
Okay, so the festival and everything you said is still on the way.
Still on October
I've had
1st.
some people calling and wanting to
Yes,
know,
ma'am,
and
we
I
get a
said,
lot of response on our vendors and
Give me the name of the guy who's gonna do your fireworks so we can talk. We got to follow the same procedure with
With
him
him.
through the court.
We can have
And
somebody.
everything.
okay. I'll do that for the week.
and follow up with me with the copy also.
Yes. Thank y'all.
All right, thank you. Fire. Fire.
I'm sorry. On, the fire, we've been doing pretty good lately. We've only had just, 1 or 2 small fires. We had one out on Green Street. I think somebody was trying to burn up a stump, and it got out of control, but it mostly just burned in the woods in the ditch, and we put it out one day last week. Other than that, everything's been going real good. Still have a lot of emergency calls
For fire.
for emergency medical calls.
Okay.
That we back
Oh,
up
so
down.
fire does it, okay.
We do, yes, ma'am. We all first responders with the county.
All right, no, thank you so much. Next we have streets.
I was over at the park the other day, and the basketball court is not up yet, it's not working. So,
So what are we gonna do about it? You've identified it.
I think at one time, George, did y'all get a chance to look at it?
I was gonna try to help get it put up, and I went down to Beck's, and they did not have a new basketball goal, so I'm gonna have to just pick one up when I go to make it sometime. It's been so bad, it's not usable again. They jumped up on it, those big guys, and pulled it down, and broke the boat side of it, this, carry boat that holds it on.
Can you go somewhere like to Academy or something like that?
Yeah,
you
a
know,
lot of places
to get those
have
places,
heavy
because,
duty,
you
yes,
know,
ma'am.
heavy duty for these, guys, because really and truly, we need, the children already don't have an outlet in the community, so that would be good and a good thing to do to go ahead and get this up to par, so that in the evenings, or what have you, we thank God we're not like other cities, you know, that have the problems in our community, so we want to have something to appeal to these children. And I'm sorry for interrupting, Councilman.
Okay, I also have had a lot of complaints about the street, about the potholes, the grass, and the employees. I went to talk to Superintendent Lawrence on Friday, but he was out, so I'd rather not discuss some of it until I had a chance to talk with him. And I have not heard from Mr. Bassner lately about the Holly Street project. Ms. Edie, have you heard anything from him?
I talked with him, it's been a few weeks ago, and he said he's still waiting on the contractor to get in touch with him to set up a date for a pre-construction conference for, you know, everybody to get together. And they hadn't got back in touch with him. The last I talked with him was about 3 weeks ago. But I'll make a note and I'll call him tomorrow.
All right, thanks. And while I'm in here, I just want to say to my husband, I want to thank him for going out at the park Friday and doing some weed eating for me.
Thanks, Ms. Farrell.
And that's all I have to say.
All right, streets, I'm sorry. Police, any further
It's been
discussion?
quiet in the city.
Sanitation,
I don't see no problem Mr. Dixon had, but
you got it resolved yet?
he had some equipment problem. He has since got it straightened out, he's back on line.
You back on picking up on Fridays now? Any other discussion? If not, I don't have anything. We don't have citizens to be heard. So with that being all,
Mayor, I got one other thing I want to mention.
what is that?
Basically, the same thing Mr. Daniel just said,
Mr. Who?
Mr. Daniel,
Uh-huh.
about law appreciation, August 28th, Calvary Baptist Church in McIntyre.
August 28th.
It's also having law appreciation, and they invite all the officers from the whole county, each city and everybody. We're gonna feed them.
August 28th at Calvary Baptist.
Baptist Church.
Okay, what time is that?
It'd be after church service, we'll have dinner on the ground with them.
Okay, and, all right, any other notes from the council?
Mr. Melvin did come in, if you had any questions, probably.